is this? So my people, JaxB.TheRipper here. So I'm like getting ready for work and I wanted to do this video, and I had one person tell me like, I miss your makeup videos, and I noticed a lot of my makeup videos have been getting a lot of comments, so I'm like, well, let me talk about my favorites and do my makeup at the same time, so this is for you. No, but in all seriousness, it's just I have work, and yeah, sometimes in order to make time, you know, I'm full-time now. To do videos, you gotta kind of like combine the both of them. So I don't know what time in the world it is for you guys, but maybe it's like fucking breakfast, maybe it's dinner, whatever. Let's just fucking talk about metal music, okay? Danger. They formed in like 1987, literally a year before I was born, and they had a couple of hits on MTV. It was Bang Bang and Naughty Naughty. That sounds so fucking wrong, okay? Not two separate songs is what I'm trying to say. But they had two hits or whatever, and they were pretty popular, and the one I heard was Under the Gun. That was the one that I first heard, and I found out about them. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but I was listening to like one of those Grand Theft Auto playlists or whatever. I was listening to one of those and I was like, oh shit, who is this? And, you know, luckily they had the tracks listed and I didn't have to Shazam it. It was really good. I want to say maybe like towards the end, like One Step from Paradise, it kind of sounded a little more ballady, kind of like arena rock style is like the best way I could like say it. Very dramatic. Very dramatic sounding, but it was good though. It was good. I'm not trying to like knock on it or anything. It's really good. They also came back years later on the Santa Claus 2 movie, like their song was featured, but it was, instead of just Naughty Naughty, it was like Naughty Naughty Christmas. I did not listen to that. I don't know if I want to. I don't want to listen to Christmas music when it's not Christmas, and it's not enough during the holiday season because I work in retail in the beauty world. I don't want to listen to it when I don't need to listen to it. So it was just, yeah. And even so, all the Christmas music I like is like South Park stuff, so yeah. It was like, it's very offensive. But anyways, great fucking album to listen to. If you guys haven't listened to it, go check it out. I think a lot of you have, because I posted it up a couple times on my Instagram, and I know it's like a lot of people will heart every time when I will put Under the Gun on my stories, so I think you guys already know who they are. Panopticon, Autumn Eternal. This album came out in 2023. I was originally going to pay a visit to Kentucky, which is, I'm not going to Kentucky, but you know their album Kentucky. I was originally going to, you know, revisit that, right? And the thing is, all of a sudden I saw that, like, Autumn Eternal. I was like, oh wait, they had a couple more stuff since then. I should, you know, fucking check that out, right? Oh my god, this shit was like fucking beautiful. I stayed hooked on it and I played it over and over again, out loud and both in my headphones. I'm a headphone person, but for some reason, like the song Oats Ablazed, I noticed when I listened to it through my headphones, it sounded really messy. Like, it just sounded really bad. I don't know, maybe I just heard too much detail or something. I don't know. But when you play it out loud, it's fine. I don't know if you guys ever had that issue. Have you guys ever had that issue? Let me fucking know. The last song on there has like a very 90s blues, 90s rock, I'm trying to say. Like, you could hear a little bit of grunge in it, or just whatever angsty shit at that time was going on. I'm not a big 90s music listening person, so I do not listen to Foo Fighters, I do not listen to Soundgarden, I wasn't into that. I mean, I like Offspring, but that's about it. But it's like, so I can't, it's not Offspring sounding, it's not ska for sure. No, absolutely not. But it's more, you know, the angsty kind of feel with you know, black metal. So I was like, oh, this fucking, it just worked perfectly with that combination, right? And with some blues in it, obviously, right? Because, you know, it's like Kentucky. it's like Kentucky. Yeah. I'm joking, but it's really good, like atmospheric, sort of folky country black metal. Like, yeah, hey, those two could work well. I may not be a country fan, but black metal and country, I could, especially the atmospheric kind. I can't talk. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Did I show you my little iced coffee cup? Isn't it beautiful? I love that movie. I just fucking love Jennifer's Body. Next band I'm going to be talking about is Sayer. Now, I discovered Sayer through the channel Forge Master Metal. Now, if you haven't seen their channel, please go over there, please. I will leave the video where I found Sayer down below. They were basically talking about like the top 10 albums that completed like 10 years and they're still good, and they mentioned Sayer. And Sayer, this would no doubt, you know, if you love Panopticon and if you love Elder One, you're gonna fucking love Sayer. It's just basically the Celtic version of it. Definitely some long tracks on here, but they just go by. Like, they just fucking go by. The best way to describe it is like, it's literally like a fucking cinematic trailer going in your fucking head. Almost Lords of the Rings style, I guess you could say, or Braveheart. More Braveheart, yeah, more Braveheart. That's like the best way I could describe that, with, you know, like some death and black icy vocals, of course. I really don't know why not that many people fucking don't talk about this band. And they even mentioned that too in their videos. Like, yeah, this is a band that I don't think I've heard that many people talk about, to tell you the truth. So definitely give them a fucking listen to if you have not already. Yes, I'm doing blue eyeshadow today. I'm in a fucking Mimi Bobak mood. Why not? Was that her name in the Drew Carey show? Mimi Bobak? I don't know. Traveler, prequel of Madness. Okay, so this is like British heavy metal, but they're Canadian. So I have been vocal how them, Haunt, and Hellripper, and I feel like I'm missing somebody else. I'm missing somebody else. No, I think it's just them. No, it's them. They're like my holy trinity right now. So that's my holy trinity right now that's going on, because they're like probably the bands I listen to the most. And I was wondering when they were gonna come out with another full-length album. They did have a couple of lineup changes. I believe it was the bass player and as well as the drummer. Definitely switched them up a little bit, but I know the original members were still credited in the album. I guess it was like maybe they left like halfway through it or something. I don't know. This band is very like on the sci-fi magical aspect instead of like Dungeons and Dragons, like, you know, Dio would be more of. But fucking love this fucking album so much. It's just everything what you expect with his voice. Like, I don't know, it's still just as good as the other one, except better, if that makes sense. Like, the one thing I love about like Stargazer, especially when he fucking sang on that, is like how his voice was when as soon as he said Stargazer, like how, I'm not gonna sing it for you, but I'll play it here. Like the harmonies in his voice, I fucking love that. I just fucking love that. But if you really enjoy like fucking like traditional heavy metal or like that almost British wave sounding, I think you're gonna love Traveler. Definitely part of my holy trinity of what I go back to a lot. Elder Wind, their single Prospectors. This came out probably last month, I want to say. Real quick, it like fucking jumps, waste no time. Usually, you know, with Elder Wind, there are a lot of atmospheric black metal bands. They kind of like, it's a little slow intro or it builds up. And sometimes they do go in a little fast. No, this is like lightning fast. Like, you know, this is like, I was not expecting it. It was definitely more on the death sounding to me, in my opinion. And it was definitely more of an angrier pace. So it's definitely taking a little turn here. I'm not sure if a full-length album is going to come out of this or what, or is it just going to stay a single. But yeah, it was fucking good. I can't fucking hate Elder Wind. I can't, unless they like, I don't know, do dubstep to it. I don't know. It has to be something stupid like that. So I was listening to the 1998 live album of Black Sabbath, the reunion, and I gotta say, it just brought back so many memories. Now this album, my oldest brother Junior played this shit loud all the fucking time, which is one of the ways how I got into heavy metal music. And it's funny because when my oldest brother and I, you know, we have went on years without talking. And when we actually had dinner and we were getting to like know each other, it was really strange. It was a really strange dinner. You know, I told him, oh, I like a lot of heavy metal music, and he was like, well, who are these bands? Because he's not very familiar. I mean, as soon as I said Slayer, and like, I think he gets annoyed by Slayer. He doesn't like Slayer, but like, I know like every time when I mention Slayer, even when I was younger, like a teenager, he would just like roll his eyes. But when I mentioned Black Sabbath, he's like, wait, Black Sabbath is metal? And then I was like, it was like hard, you know, it's kind of hard to explain to someone when they're not like I can see why you don't think they're metal, but they are. They're like under the doom metal branch. So, but this live album is fucking one of their best performances. I fucking love it. NIB is like one of my favorites. Children of the Grave, okay, almost all of them are my favorites, but it's like, yeah, I cannot stress like enough like how this album was just so good. It's probably because they had just reunited and everything. Maybe that. I do not like this glitter. I don't like it. No. Now I gotta fix it. But it's definitely one of my all-time favorite performances that they've done. Yeah, we're never gonna get that again. They're getting old. What can we say? They're getting up there. You know, nothing wrong with it. Nate Frost. I don't know if I'm ever saying the name right or anything, but then again, most of these fucking death and black metal bands, like, are we saying the name right? Basically what happened was, now I'm familiar with who he is obviously and his bands and stuff like that, right? I just never really like officially listened, like paid attention to the music. I might have heard it through like documentaries or whatever, or being recommendation on my Spotify DJ playlist when it comes to like, oh, since you like this black metal band, maybe you like this one, you know, stuff like that, right? But usually when I'm listening to the Spotify DJ, I'm like running around doing a bunch of stuff and I can't exactly stop, right? Cute guy that was messaging me. I was like, you're like, yeah, of course it started off with a cute guy. Okay, shut up. So anyways, he texted me at work, and then he was like, this is one of my favorite songs. And I was like, oh, it's Nate Frost. I was like, okay, and it was Filthy Whore. It was like, and you know, I didn't know. I was at work. Thankfully, I was closing, which is the only way I could play my music anyways. Thankfully, we were closing, or we were already closed, but I was separating shit in the back, right, in the last hour. And I'm playing it, and I'm in the break room separating all this shit. And in comes in the sexual moaning, and I had to stop that shit right away, right the fuck away. Thankfully, my manager was in the office counting the money. My other coworker was out on the floor doing something else. So yeah, that would have been embarrassing if they were all there. But then I finally was like, you know, maybe I should actually fucking listen to the full fucking album. Like, he only has that in like, what is it, like, Terrorist? Terrorist was kind of punky sounding to me. Did anybody else not pick that up? I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of punk, but it worked, and this shit, it fucking worked. It's just, what do you expect? It's very black metal. It's very almost tradition black metal. Black metal. I said black metal instead of black metal. What the fuck? It's just what you would think. It's like, it's not like, you know, reinventing the wheel or anything. I think this came out like in 2000 or 2003 or something like that. But it's just, you know, he's just very in your face, very like, I don't give a fuck, and you know, the vocals are nothing poetic at all whatsoever. He has a song called Nader Frost Taking a Piss, and you hear him taking a piss, you know, it's just, you know, but I fucking loved it. It's like, it wasn't bad either, because trust me, I've heard some shit like I don't understand why people love, so, but this is actually a pretty good album to listen to. Black Sabbath, Headless Cross, I forgot to mention. I know not a lot of people like the singer to that. Like, I think his name is like Tony or something like that. I know not a lot of people like him, but I love Headless Cross. I love Black Moon Rising. It was like, he almost sounded like Dio a little bit, because I remember when I first heard it, I was like, oh, it's just Ronnie James Dio, but then eventually I found out, I was like, oh, it's not even the same person. I was like, they had a third singer? Like, what the fuck? I didn't even know they had a third singer. But that album is so underrated. It's not on Spotify. If you guys are going to try to find it on Spotify, it's not, but it's so underrated. I know people don't fucking like it just because it's not neither one of those two, and it's like, get your head out your fucking ass. It's like, I get it, don't get me wrong, I get it, it's still a good fucking album. I seriously doing this and talking about my music, and people could just fucking do their makeup and like fucking like talk and like edit and all this bullshit is like this. Let's see how this is. This is why I do voiceovers with my metal and makeup videos. I'm like, yeah. I cannot see the fucking glitter to this. Anyways, last but not least, we are now on the not metal category. Bring Me the Horizon Kool-Aid. Now, I didn't realize how much I actually like Bring Me to the Horizon until I started listening to the song. And then when I added to my nostalgic playlist, I couldn't believe like how many songs of Bring Me a Horizon I had on there. I was like, oh, okay. This song makes me feel like a bad bitch. It fucking gives me the confidence I need. And the whole song is fucking good. I understand if you guys are not gonna like this because this is more on the emo fucking side. And I get it, but I fucking like emo. So it's just like, I like emo. I don't understand why a lot of people like goth music, just like you guys aren't going to understand why I like emo scene music. Okay, it's trashy, it's fun, it's emotional. I fucking love it. I just fucking love it. Okay, and I'm emotional. It's like, especially everything going on in my life. So fuck yeah, I need to relate to something. That's why I'm listening to a lot of atmospheric black metal. But yeah, this shit makes me feel like a bad bitch. I don't know what else to say. It's fucking good music. The other one that I've been loving listening to, you guys are going to be like, what? If you follow me on my stories, you know, Kim Petras Slip Pop Miami. Hell yeah, you feel like a bad bitch with that fucking album playing in the background. I fucking loved it. Whale Cock was like right there. Like right fucking there. And I'm just gonna, I think we should end the video now. Okay, so there is one more band I forgot to mention. It's for my dislikes. That is Bad Omens. Okay, so I don't know how long Bad Omens has been around, but I know they've been blowing up like in 2023. I don't know if they had an album coming out or what. I did not look at the years when I went to Spotify and just like, you know, start putting on some random songs. And because, you know, I heard all over TikTok about them or whatever. And I was like, okay, so let me try actually listen to a couple of their popular songs. I can't even remember the names. And don't get it wrong, I have a forgetful memory, but you know, if it's a song I like obviously I can remember Kool-Aid from fucking Bring Me the Horizon, but it's like, but I can't even like remember the names or anything, and it's not like something I'm gonna go back and bother to listen to again. I don't know, I didn't care for them. But it's not also like, it is a band like I do feel like maybe, you know, if I give it a second chance along the line, it'll probably grow on me. I will say that, but as of right now, I don't give a fuck about them. And it's also a band, if you play in the car, I'm not gonna get like fucking mad over it. Like Sleep Token. It's like Sleep Token I cannot stand the living fuck of. And I've been vocal about that since last summer. So I don't fucking like Sleep Token at all whatsoever. Oh, people could fucking do this, like do their makeup and like fucking talk and look at the camera and then like try to get a perfect angle and then like get the makeup done at the same time. It's like, I'm not even fucking done yet. I still got a long way to go. Salut. Hope you guys have a strong cup of tea or cup of coffee wherever you're at right now, because I know life is shit. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Maybe I'll put the final look at the end. I don't know.